Hello everyone, this is Noodle, and today I am coming to you with a video about the active radar missile. The active radar missiles are brand new for Battlefield 4, and it's something I haven't never used until I basically got so annoyed with them that I had to go try them out. And when I tried them out, my suspicions were absolutely confirmed. Let me start off by saying, I understand Battlefield 4, it's a brand new game. There's a million vehicles and weapons and balances and just different variables within the game. And I understand that coming out, it is almost impossible to assume that everything is going to be perfectly balanced, where everything is just, oh, harmony. There are some things in Battlefield 3 that still were overpowered. With that being said, I have never seen something that takes absolutely zero skill to use. The only way I could actually miss with these things is if when I first started using them, I assumed by default that these missiles would actually take skill to use, so I tried to put a lead on my targets, figuring, oh, I'm going to try to meet my target and kind of get the missile close to it when my target is in X place where they kind of cross. But no, the only way to hit targets with these things is point at them, put the little dot in the middle of the screen on them, even if they are completely across the map, and boom, aimbot for noobs. That's all it is. And not to mention that when you're in the anti-air vehicle in these things, it makes it extremely weak. You can't take on any vehicle that is a ground vehicle. Guys with RPGs are really hard to take on when you have the active radar missiles installed. So it creates this culture of anti-air vehicles camping in their spawn, because they can. Because if you have the 20mm cannons, you can shoot across the map. Well, not all the way across the map, but I would say halfway across the Altai range map that I'm playing on here. And when you have the active radar missiles, you can shoot all the way across the map. So basically, you can sit in your spawn and just go on a crazy kill streak and not move. You know what? That's just not really how I picture the game of Battlefield. Quite honestly, I think it should take some skill for these things to be used. And then you have the jets. Pretty much these things are making every jet pilot who has the patience to go out there and rack up enough points to unlock the active radar missiles, and they're just demons of the sky. Completely skillless players who can basically play with their mouse or whatever and just fly around and make circles can destroy any helicopter pilot who may be the most skilled player in the game. Because what these guys are doing is they are flying as fast as they can right at any helicopter, and I've been run into so many times while I've been in a little bird or an attack chopper. They were just flying right at them with the active radar missiles on, and when they get about 100 meters or 50 meters away, they fire two of those things off, and you don't have time to respond when you are in a helicopter. The missiles are already in the air, those things travel very fast, and you don't have time to even hit your flares. And even if you do hit your flares, most of the time that the flares don't come out before you're hit by two of these things, and because you're trying to play tactically or something and flying kind of low, you smack it on the ground and die. So this video would not be complete without me explaining what I think should be done to the active radar missiles. Honestly, I would remove them, but I doubt they'll get removed. Quite honestly, I think they can be made to be balanced in the game, and this is what I would personally do. I would reduce the speed of travel on them by 2 times, making them travel 2 times slower, and therefore they take longer to get to the target. I would then greatly increase the reload time. These things reload like a rifle. Literally, these things are like a machine gun. You fire 2 of them off, and in about 5 to 6 seconds, you have 2 more of them. The flares on helicopters reload in 20 seconds. There is no way a helicopter can get away from these things if they expose themselves too much for just a little bit of time. There have been so many times where I've been in a little bird, missed 2 of them because I luckily had my flares ready to go, and then instantly it's like I didn't even have the chance to think, and there's 2 more flying at me, and I have to take the second set of them. And I mean, they don't do a ton of damage. You can survive if you are high enough in the air. You can survive getting hit by 2 of these. But if you're anywhere near the ground, they do normally flip you over. They disable your vehicle, and a lot of times you end up dying. And the funny part is, most of the time you die from hitting the ground, and therefore the person who actually shot the missiles at you does not get credit for actually hitting you with the missiles and killing you. Which I guess is justice a little bit, but it doesn't help either party. It doesn't help that guy upgrade. It doesn't help you keep flying. It's kind of pointless. Now, would make there be a lead on target. I mean, you have to add some kind of skill to these things. You can't just point and shoot these things and have them be aimbot. Basically, decrease the area of which they can find a target. Basically, if you get within, say 50 meters of a target, you get these missiles within 50 meters of a target, they can home in on them. Meanwhile, right now, what they do is you fire them directly at a target, and they instantly start homing in on that target. And the actual chime for that pilot doesn't always display until the last couple seconds. So you'll be flying along, and all of a sudden, beep, 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 boom, you get blown up. And that definitely happens more with the jets than it does with the anti-air vehicles. But it's something that really just needs to be fixed, because it's just so overpowered. And another thing, if they didn't want to balance these at all, only give, say, 6 of them to an anti-air vehicle and or a jet per round, per life. So if I go out in my jet, I get 6 of them. And once I'm done shooting off all 6, just like in real life, I don't get any more. I have to then use your cannons or use your whatever main gun you have installed on your vehicle, which takes more skill. Actually takes some kind of skill to accomplish a kill with. And if they do end up being removed, I really don't think that big of a deal. I've done a review earlier on the passive radar missiles, which are kind of the same thing, but you actually have to keep a lock on your vehicle you're shooting at. You have to keep a lock on and not lose that lock, or the missiles won't hit. I mean, that takes, not a whole lot of skill, but it does take some form of skill. It disables you for a second. You actually have to stop and keep your lock. Whereas with these things, they just completely fire and forget, fire them directly at the vehicle, and just move on with life. Well, that is my video for today, guys. I'd rather be doing informational videos, trying to teach you guys how to be better Battlefield 4 players, but this is just a video that needed to be done. Just need to get the awareness of how overpowered these things are. And please don't take this awareness and go use them. There's so many people who use these things in game, and I personally won't ever use them. I'd rather on the anti-air vehicle have the Zuni rockets and be getting in close and getting infantry kills and helping my team out, rather than camping back at the spawn and going on some long, boring kill streak until every helicopter and jet pilot in the game just leaves. But that's just me. Until next time, guys, my name is Noodle, and always remember, use your noodle.